Welcome to NUT 201, Introduction to Food and Nutrition 1. I am Professor R.A. Sanusi of the Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics of the University of Ibadan. The outline of this course will include a course overview, which I will try to run through during this our encounter. It also includes the basic needs of humans. What is nutrition? Why do human beings eat? What are nutrients? And what guides our choices of food? Also, the course outline includes about 6 key points, which includes overview of nutrition including historical perspectives, food groups, their nutrients and their effects, and the effect of food preparation on nutrients and anti-nutrients, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and metabolism, nutrient classification, chemistry and synthesis, sources and requirements of carbohydrate, protein and lipid, and simple indicators of nutritional well-being. However, I am only the lead teacher in this course. With me will be Dr. Oluyemisi Folashire, J.I. Afolami, Dr. Tolu Enyila, Mrs. Anu Oluwapo Taiwo, and some other persons. Before we go forward, I want to emphasize that although we consider food as a single entity, whatever may be the description of our foods, there are a lot of processes that come to play before the food is available on our table. For example, there are a lot of processes, institutions, people, groups that are involved in the food production itself. By the time we have produced food, there are some other groups of people that ensure that the food as is produced is processed, preserved, and made available for consumption. However, there are some other factors that enable people to be able to have access to this food. It is one thing for food to be available. It is one thing for us to have access to it. Not only that, stability of the availability, that is to say, it is available year after year after year. And finally, how do we utilize the food? What is nutrition? Several definitions exist. All of them are pointing to the same thing. However, it is like describing the various parts of an elephant. All of them are describing the elephant, but none of them succeed in describing the whole elephant. Therefore, nutrition is the study of all interactions of living organisms with their foods. It is also the sum total of the processes involved in the intake, utilization of food substances by the living organism, including ingestion, digestion, absorption, and metabolism of foods. It is a branch of science that studies the processes by which living organisms take in and use food for the maintenance of life, growth, reproduction, functioning of organs and tissues, and the production of energy. These are some of the various descriptions, definitions of nutrition. However, like I said, when you look at all of them, they're describing the various aspects of nutrition. Why do animals or human beings eat? Number one is to sustain life. Whatever our philosophy of how life begins, sustaining it needs food, various kinds of food, because life itself is maintained by molecular processes that we cannot see with our eyes. Also, why do we eat food? For growth and development. Although growth and development are similar, they come hand in hand, they are not exactly the same. Sometimes growth can continue where development does not, and that's a disease condition. And we need growth for development to occur. We also need food for energy, for activity of living and livelihood. Whatever is our activity on a daily basis, either we are students or we are workers, we are teachers, we are laborers, whatever we do, the energy, the fuel to sustain this energy comes from food. Also, we need food, adequate food, different kinds of food to maintain immunity. Immunity is supposed to be that we are somehow free, not totally free from the dangers that the microorganisms in our environment pose. Also, we need food to repair damaged body tissues. And of course, we need food for regulation of body processes. Nutrients. There are substances found in foods. They provide energy, structure, regulation for body processes of maintenance and repair and growth and reproduction. These are nutrients. They are usually found in food. However, some nutrients can be produced like we produce drugs in pharmaceutical. Nutrients are specific substances found in food that perform one or more physiological or biochemical functions in the body. And this we know, this we can recognize. And if these nutrients are not adequate, are not enough, or are absent, some notable disease conditions begin to appear. And when we supply these nutrients, these disease conditions disappear. There are 6 major classes of nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, and water. Now, let me end by asking, what are the things, what are the factors that guides our choices of food? First of all, a food that is not available for consumption. Therefore, food must be available. A food that's available that we cannot access, we can only look at it, we cannot purchase it, is not available for consumption. Therefore, we must have the economic power to be able to acquire this food. Also, most of us grow up eating what we recognize or what our parents introduced to us as food. That is why food is culture. Either it is not available, or we cannot access it, or is not culturally acceptable. However, there are some other reasons. Personal preferences. If we have a plethora of foods, we have preferences. Habit, this is what we eat. It forms a habit. Ethnic heritage and tradition is another reason. Social interactions, availability, convenience, and economy. Sometimes the food may be available very close to where we work, and we really do not have enough time to go somewhere else. Because it's available and very convenient and very close to where we are, that is what we go for. Sometimes food supplies emotional comfort. Now, there are some foods, because of our values, our religious values, our political values, our environmental values, that we choose. However, we also choose food based on the body image we want to craft or create for ourselves. And lastly, and most importantly, some people have knowledge of nutrition, and because they know that nutrition and health are related, they take deliberate choices of foods that promote health and delay or deter diseases. There are some references which I would like you to go through to buttress some of these things I have said. Thank you very much for listening.